Good morning, guys. What's going on? Today, I want to discuss two topics. I want to keep it shorter than usual, just fragrance related topics. So, hopefully, I try to actually see different comments and questions in different pages on my group as well as reviews. So, people comment and stuff. So, I want to address these two important things. One is called compliments. I think I covered this before, but from time to time, good to upgrade or update rather. Second thing is blind buying. Okay, there was a post yesterday from one of the brothers, so it was regarding Dior Sauvage. So this didn't work for him. So discuss that a little bit and talking about blind buys as well. So first of all, what are compliments? Compliments, you guys know. I don't have to tell you what compliments are. Many of us wear fragrances to get compliments, to get noticed, hear some positive feedback or you know praises, on how good you smell, and you hear different places, different reviewers have different lists, like even including me, top 10 complimented fragrances. So what does that mean? Is it really real or is just a myth? Do you really get compliments? I want to discuss that. So I think first of all, compliments is such a thing. It can be two different types of compliments. Okay, one is unsolicited compliments. It's like you didn't ask for it, you're just walking around wearing your cologne and someone just comes up and randomly without you asking them, okay, or they do not know you and then they just come and ask you what you're wearing, you smell nice. So that could be like a real compliment. But sometimes you force people, you just torture them. Hey, what do you think of my cologne? Do you get it? And you be like, you get it, you get it, you get it. You put your hand near their nose and be like, I saw literally one of the sellers here. That guy is like, oh, crazy. Anyway, so he goes to a woman and he goes like gives her a paper strip, not even a fragrance paper strip, but anyway. And he's like, do you like it? Do you like it? And she goes like, I don't know, it's okay. And then he does this. He's like, do you like this? This is the bottle. And I saw it, I'm like, cringe. So uh, that happens. So then people might tell you just out of courtesy like, yeah, 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 you smell like a nice a-hole. So so and you'll be like, what? And like, no, you smell nice. So different kind of compliments, but mostly the ones that are real, that makes you happy, are the people who give you compliments without you asking them. Just like naturally you wear something and surprisingly you pick up a compliment from a fragrance that you never got before. And you go like, okay, let's say you're wearing I don't know what fragrance is like not very common to get compliments. Okay, I get compliments on many fragrances. Some fragrances I do not get compliments that much. um, Eco di Essenza, that's a fragrance usually built for self-satisfaction. This one, this fragrance, I love this. This is the best from this line, and this very masculine didn't get so much love. I think they discontinued this because it did not sell well, perhaps. But to me, it remained the best. So sometimes you see movies at theaters get really poor ranking from like moviegoers, or not moviegoers, the critics. They give like 3 star out of 10, and I watch those movies especially because I know they're gonna be different. And some commercial films are horrible. They get 10, 9, and then people watch crap. So like for example, my personal opinion is I am a big fan of Fast and Furious, that movie, the whole series. But more and more, not flankers, the more and more like new uh, that what do you call, the new episode or whatever, the new latest movie comes out from Fast and Furious, it starts getting horrible. And all these films, Transformers, that say was the other film, um, there are a few not keep saying fragrance, few films, so they just get like wrong turn, hostile, they start getting worse with time. very few fra- very few films remain as good as the original. So what I'm trying to say is this, like uh, compliments wise, uh, it's like some of the fragrances will bring you compliments and it will make you feel good, but it's not the sole purpose of wearing a fragrance. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're trying to seek fragrance compliments and you do not get it, you perhaps get very very upset, and you might get like, hey, this thing didn't work, and it's like all lies. But I do see the lies sometimes when certain reviewers tell you get 50 compliments in one night. That never happens, especially you're not going to talk to 50 people in one night. That doesn't seem usual. And also you're not going to get like compliments like that. It's not possible. It depends on culture, how people are, if they're introvert, if they are outgoing, if they're friendly. Countries like ours, people are mostly, they will do all the wrong things. They compliments is far. But you also can pick up, like let's say you're going to a wedding or even a restaurant. These are like real life situation. And I notice when I wear fragrances that are actually projecting, I can detect, or let's say some fragrance I cannot detect, but people can. They come and they say, look, and there are certain ways you have to pick up the signs. People are not gonna, like ladies, you can find someone very pretty and stuff, you go next to them and you don't expect her to come to you, you know. You have to know how to approach. If you don't have the right body language or the right hairstyle or the dressing, whatever, your behavior or your attitude, if it's all wrong, she'll never compliment you, never talk to you. But if they like you, and then fragrance actually is a compliment, like it's a additional thing that they like. Some women, they just love smelling nice, like nice smelling guys, okay. So they look at you sometimes, you have to like notice, okay, yeah, she looked at you. Or sometimes your friends will tell you like, you smell nice, what did you wear in the car? So these compliments, they matter, okay. But usually, unless it's like a Europe or States where you go enter a mall, I see a lot of these posts. I go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, they say, and then the lady at the counter says, "You smell nice. What you wearing? Can I take down the name?" So that's beautiful. I wish we had that here. But here in general, if you ask them like, "What do you think of this perfume?" and they'll be like, "Stay away, you stink," or they will like making a face like, "You creep, stay away from me." So that's like not really developed yet. But that shouldn't let you be disheartened, okay. So make sure you wear fragrances for your own happiness, okay. So coming to the happiness part, yesterday one of our brothers said he was heartbroken smelling Dior Sauvage and it was like a mess. I don't think he bought it, but he didn't like it as far as the hype goes. So I understand. Like I told you this, like when I bought this for the first time, if you see my review in 2016, back in the time, I bought it for the hype and I put it somewhere like number 7. Yeah, it was like okay. I'm like, I did not get the best performance out of it in Malaysia, but I brought it here. Story changed. I happen to see how much compliments I get, and I keep it in the rotation. Like every 4 or 5 months, I bring it back. It smells so good. And since all the flankers came out of this, or not flankers only, the clones also came out. I noticed that this fragrance is the best in this category. Even Bleu de Chanel is nice, but doesn't last as much as this or project as much as this. And I think this one remains a little bit more fresh than Bleu de Chanel. Bleu de Chanel gets a bit darker. So I think even though this came after Bleu de Chanel, this one remains on the top sellers because of solid performance. It gets projection, compliments, attention, and this fragrance lingers around the air for a very long time. So Dior Sauvage is like one fragrance that does it all. Office, work, date, office work is the same. Date, casual, sport, anything, you're meeting your friends, even at indoors, you like this, especially the EDT. So the thing is, with fragrances, not just Dior Sauvage, you have to understand one thing. Blind buying is never a good thing. I think the brother didn't blind buy, but if you're watching, if you do not have any way of testing a fragrance, I think someone made a valid point. If you are expecting, like so much from a fragrance, okay, you may be disappointed. One thing. Second thing is, if you blind buy stuff and then after a lot of research also, if you're seeing so many reviews, if so many people love it and you buy it and you get disappointed, the thing is, the fault is not with the people who said this is good or the reviewers who said it's good and it's working for them. Perhaps you have to take the responsibility. I'm not saying that you have to admit your fault, but I'm rather saying you have to take the responsibility. So different people like different things. As Chris from Scentland, he said it in the comment, like, why do you have to follow the hype? You have to see what you like. You have to have personality. You have to go out there and check. Do not be the follower only, like of the whole hype thing. Because sometimes really hugely hype fragrances do not work for everybody. I like Dior Intense like crazy. I can die for it. But some people will say it smells like horrible, it smells like weird. So I understand that. So different people in different stages of fragrance journey. So what I'm trying to say, two things: do not blind buy fragrances. Try to test, spend a little bit time on researching, sniffing, or spend a little bit of money getting a sample. See if it works for you. If the experience really makes you crave for more, like a 2 ml sample. Once you like it, then you perhaps go and buy the full bottle. Then you did an educated purchase, and then whole process is kind of happy. And the second thing is, do not seek compliments from people who are not nice or the surroundings which is not likely to give you compliments. Try to wear fragrances and wear at places, be smart, like where you can actually project and the fragrance is gonna last within that climate control zone. Then only you can expect compliments. So that's all for now. I'll do the review. Have a very nice day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.